I just need views and subscribers. Hands up if you think this is correct. Okay. When I say define the success metrics early, so inherently deciding what you want out of the platform, whether it's you want newsletter subscribers, you want people to book a call, you want people to go to your landing page, simply optimizing for views, it's just inefficient. So you've got all the views in the world, but they're not actually taking action. Forgive me, but what's the fucking point? It's akin to just trying to get likes on Instagram. It's literally the same process. So if you're optimizing for views, trust me, it's inefficient. You just need to decide the success metric early, and it's not views. I need to be entertaining for this to work. Hands up if you thought that was true. So there's two types of content that typically tends to succeed on YouTube. There really is no other. Entertainment and education. We're all business owners. We have education to offer. Entertaining on that isn't really a requirement. The more predictable you are and the more repeatable you are, the higher the success typically you tend to see. People know what they get when they arrive on your channel. The more repeatable and predictable you are, in a sense, the more boring you are, that's typically what sees to more success on the platform. Number 3, I need this fantastic setup in order for this to work. Hands up. So the first ever video I made was in my lunch break, in my car, with my phone on my dashboard, literally like that. Focused on delivering the value that the title and the thumbnail promised. To say you need a great setup is, again, just absolute bollocks. You just need to be seen and you need to be heard. 4th, I don't have time. Hands up if you think this is true. Yep, one of the most common misconceptions, and again, it's just bollocks. There's just too much friction in the way. Number 5, I have no idea what I need to talk about. Hands up. Yep, again, very common. You're dealing in a business where clients are giving you all the information you need. They are literally telling you what you should be talking about on camera. So if your client comes to you with a problem that needs addressing or an idea or anything like that, that is not only going to be just for them. Realistically, it is going to be for your target market, because if your clients or your ideal clients wants to know these things, who's to say there's at least not one other person on the internet that you haven't spoken to that is going to be interested in the same thing? So listen to your clients. What if no one watches? Is that a fear we all have? Hands up if you think that's true. Yeah. So I got asked this question a little while ago. Forgive me, I can't remember who it was. You're not getting very many views on your channel, or you're not getting very many views on the videos. My response was, who gives a fuck? Views are not the goal. So by defining the success metric early, like we said, views are just going to be a side effect of your consistency and a side effect of you pushing the actual goal. So if you open the channel with the inherent instinct to want to push people to a newsletter, for example, or push people towards a landing page, let's say a video gets 20, 30 views, and fuck all in terms of newsletter signups, fail. And the next video, the next day, 5 or 6 views, which on paper looks terrible, but it got 1 newsletter sign up. Are you happy? Of course you are. So views really are not the goal. So it's a side effect really of your consistency. This is the quiet advantage. Every single video you create, it's a business asset for you to use. When we think of them as business assets or business tools, our approach changes.